up, Louis?
Hello,
How's,
I'm Lewis.
I think
I'm terrible at my job.
that trailer was like one of the most epic trailers I've ever made. I mean, the music itself is nice. Don't you think so?
You pat yourself on the back.
I do. Sometimes I amaze myself, but that's just me. Anyways, what's up, everybody? Welcome
Just pat
to
yourself on the back, bro. Just pat yourself
welcome
on the
to
back.
a new episode of We Got Issues. How's everything, Lewis?
I'm tired.
Oh, really? You're tired.
I mean, you made life choices and why you're tired. I'm just normal tired.
Don't you like doesn't that annoy the shit out of you sometimes? Like when people be like let's just say like the stark difference between your tiredness and my tiredness. Some people would get like in my position would get to that point where like, oh, you're tired. I'll tell you what's tired. It's like, listen, dude, I'm just saying I'm tired.
Tired?
But like
Your life choices are not my fault.
it's like I understand how tired you are.
You are?
I'm just letting you know I'm tired.
Because you asked me, you stupid bitch.
Oh my god.
Maybe next time you don't ask me how I feel.
I don't know why people get like so wild up when somebody says I'm tired.
I mean,
but,
you
like,
were about to, and then I told you like
No,
your life choices is your problem.
No, I'm not. I wasn't about to. I'm just saying that's how people respond to it. I respond to it differently. When people say I'm tired, I'm like, all right, cool.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, cool,
Yes.
man. You're tired, cool. I'm like,
Alrighty, so I haven't slept in like 2 days.
like I keep my tiredness to myself. You know what I mean?
I mean, like I don't bring anything up
I'm not-
unless you ask.
I'm not like one of those people who get wild up, like, oh, you're tired? You're tired? Let me tell you something, man.
I mean,
It's
I
like-
feel like you're gonna get there though.
Nah, I'm not gonna
I
get it. 'cause
feel like you're gonna get there.
It's-
I'll see you in like 2 weeks.
No, it's different because like my understanding, I'm more observant and I'm a lot more analytic when it comes to a lot of things. Like if I say like right now, okay, so we're just veering off a little bit. So the reason I'm really tired is because I know I have a baby and whatnot. So I
Mhm.
take like I don't sleep from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. or probably even longer, right? That's the type of tired I am. But I don't hold it against the people that they're tired. Like you're tired, and be like, oh, I'm tired. I'm like, I understand you're tired, but I don't go. I'm not gonna get to the point where I'm like, oh, you think you're tired? Well, I'll tell you something, brother. Like I'm not
Okay,
gonna.
Hulk Hogan.
Like, I'm not-
Let's relax there. Okay,
I'm like-
let's deflate
not-
those muscles.
I'm not gonna get to that point because I'm just like, I guess, yeah, you're tired, man. I get it. So, some people are just like
Some people
very,
are just
they're
built
very
different.
anal. Yeah, they're very anal about like how tired they are. They think that, the way that they're tired is like there's nothing else. Like everything else comes second to their tiredness.
I feel like we're on this topic way too much because this is your way of saying like, oh, you're tired. Well, let me go on this endless rant.
Yeah. So today, we are going to talk about something that's we went 5 seasons not talking about this, which is kind of weird.
We probably talked about it in some form, but not long rant.
No, I like looked it up and whatnot. We haven't talked about it. I mean, like we probably talked about it in the past in the store, but not
Or
recorded
said something similar and then shitted on it and then let it go.
No, but not recorded it.
Maybe.
But a lot of comic book stores owners and employees talk about it a lot behind closed doors, and I don't really give a crap right now because I run like a marketing and comic book online store and whatnot, so I don't really care who I offend in terms of like.
Oh, that's crazy because you want to know what I do at my work? Scream at people.
So what we want to talk about today is essentially publishers don't have support. They don't support comic book stores, and that's the truth. No matter how you want to spin that around, and no matter how many free comic book days that there are, because that's the reason why we're talking about this topic today, is because free comic book day just came out, and every year leading up to free comic book day, publishers always talk about how much comic book stores are the bedrock of our business, and how Diamond also talk about it to us as well. You are the bedrock of our business. Didn't Diamond just send you, Lewis, that silver coin?
Stupid coin. You know what we
The
said?
silver coin.
You
Okay,
know
hold on. So Diamond is celebrating their 40th anniversary this year, just to let everybody know. And you know what they gave comic book stores and retailers as a thank you? They gave you a goddamn 40 like anniversary silver coin. That's not even probably silver. It's probably like 99% metal and like 1% silver. And it says 40 happy 40th anniversary. And then they gave you this
Wait, it
long
was
rant.
1% silver?
Yeah. It's like
Okay.
they gave you like this long rant, this small little note, the long
I
rant.
threw away the note. I don't even know what the fuck it said.
So the note says that back in the day, you know, like fucking England. When everybody say back in the day, they always talk about like England, like fucking medieval times and shit, or Viking shit.
I don't know what back in the day you're meaning, but like that's the first time I read something like that.
No. They always go like this, you know, back in the day, you know,
Back in my day.
No, they always say back in the day in a civilization, they always give out silver coin dollars for a sign of respect and this and that. I'm like, listen, when you say
they gave a full silver dollar.
Listen, back in the day, when you say back in the day and you start off the conversation, you followed that conversation up by saying they gave us silver dollars for a sign of respect. Silver dollars have been abolished since like 1956. I think Roosevelt took away the silver dollars. So when you say back in the day giving respect, that's just stupid. Okay, so they're talking about like fucking England and shit, like Shakespeare, fucking Knights of the Round Table shit. Okay, that's what they're talking about. So anyways, Diamond went on in this rant how they said they give out silver coins as a sign of respect and longevity and long business and long friendship, blah 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 blah. So we continue this tradition by giving you this silver dollar coin to celebrate our 40th anniversary. I'm
like once every 10 years?
I'm like, listen, so essentially you're telling me we're not giving you any discounts. We're gonna continue sending you boxes that contains one fucking item, so that you know our shipping could be a little bit more. We can charge you more for shipping.
Yeah, I forgot about it. He did send me one stupid box.
so
I was like, oh my god, please don't be a sticker.
Yeah.
Oh my god, please don't be a sticker again.
Yeah. So they can continue to like send you boxes with like one fucking item in there, or even like just a piece of paper possibly in there, so that we can charge more for shipping. And then when we try to complain and call you, guess what we get? Hey, our lines are very busy right now. We're going through a transition, so just fucking email us.
Please leave your message with your ID number, full name.
I'm like, listen, okay,
or better yet, please hang up and send us an email.
Yeah.
And then you get fucking Brian. And then he's like, Brian, like, yo, where are my books at? I ordered these. Why did they cancel my orders? Real person, by the way. Brian, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing we can do. And then they close the ticket.
Mm-hmm. Listen, this is what Diamond has done. They took advantage of the pandemic. And essentially, they're like, this is our time not to answer phone calls. So let's just say that we don't, you know, we're
What do you mean? It's our time to fire some people.
So essentially what they did was during the pandemic, you can't be in the office. So they have everybody working remotely right now. So no one's at the office right now. It's just remotely. So now they can fire as much people as they want for customer service. And they only have Brian. There's a real person, what Lewis is saying. There's only one fucking person who answers the phone. If you ever get through, is Brian. And then
I'm joking, but I'm not. There's a Brian.
Yeah, there's only one person.
Give out. I've only ever gotten two people. I think an Emily and a Brian.
Yeah. So I mean, I understand the lack of employees and whatnot. That's completely fine for like a small business. Like I understand you don't have that much employee, like myself or whatnot. I only have like one or two people answering like customer service like emails and whatnot, and they're overwhelmed.
And one of them is him.
And like they're overwhelmed and whatnot because we get like emails from all over the world and shit. But like a big corporation like Diamond, you should have at least like 10 people answering your fucking messages, especially when there's like 1,000 people that actually signed up as a retailer, but that's just me. So essentially they don't get you know, they don't give you support. They just say we have your support every fucking free comic book day. They tell you that. DC does the exact same thing too as well. Marvel's very notorious on that. They always say you guys are the bedrock of our fucking business. Without you there is no Marvel. And DC does the exact same fucking thing. And then after that, fucking just back to normal, man.
They sent us one coin in an entire box. Do you think that shipping was free?
Like the coin? Like, listen, I'm a big retailer too as well. I get my shit from like Alibaba. All right. That shit only cost them like 25 cents, or if they bought it in bulk, probably 5 to 10 cents a piece.
Then they charge us $50 shipping,
and then
they're not gonna take that cost.
And then they take that one fucking silver coin, put it in a one big fucking box, and be like,
no. They put it in a little pouch.
Yeah, and then they put it in a fucking big box, and then they're like, your shipping.
They send it in a red envelope, and I swear to God, I thought it was a bomb.
And then they're like, their shipping is now $50 for this shit. Like, I never asked for a silver fucking dollar.
Nor did I opt into one.
It's like, I don't understand this. If they were to take that 5 cents a coin
and shove it up their ass.
No, if they like I'm not very good at math, Lewis, but tell me if I'm making sense. If they took that 5 cents per coin that they bought it to send you and actually say, okay, we have this much retailers, how much is that going to cost us? Can we just take that full amount and discount everybody? Wouldn't that make more sense?
I would have loved to get a discount of 3 cents per book.
Yeah,
I would have been like, okay, that's nice. That's nice of them. It kind of, it's a sucky reward.
Like am I making sense? Am I making? I'm sleep deprived because am I making sense though? Like, does that make sense? What I just said?
I mean, each retailer would get like 1 penny off their whole order, and I would.
But I would have accepted that. I would I don't fucking care. I would still fucking complain. Like, you're gonna give me.
You know what we have to do now though? We have to take that stupid coin, right? And then sell it to eBay for $60. You want to know why? Because we got to make up our loss from that fucking shipping.
It's like the 1 cent would have been fine. They were like,
you could have dropped it. No, they could have dropped it in the first box.
It would have been fucking fun. Like, tell me this, Lewis. Let's just say there is 2,000 retailers out there. Let's just say 2,000 retailer, and then they bought the whole thing in bulk at 10 cents a piece. Let's just say 10 cents. Let's just account for fucking inflation and shit. 10 cents. Per coin.
15 per coin between 1,000 retailers. That's still
2,000 retailer. 2,000
retailers. That's only $200, man.
$200, and then spread that out to fucking retailers.
Coins.
Yeah, they'd be like, here's your 5 cents off your fucking shipping. I would have been happy with that. I would have still complained because you're gonna give me more.
They could have at least paid for the fucking thing.
I would have still complained and be like, you only give me 5 cents. But if they send us a note and be like, hey, we were going to send you coins.
That would have cost you $50 and you didn't ask for them.
But, you know, it would have cost us 5 cents per 10 cents per coin. And then we would have charged you shipping for like $50. But instead, we just gave you 5 cents off your order this week. If I read that, I'd be like, fucking makes sense. I don't want that fucking coin. I don't care. You know what I mean? Because now I have this stupid ass fucking coin that's just sitting there. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this fucking coin? Like, what is this? Like, Diamond, what is this?
I hate it so fucking much.
It makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense.
In good news, if you buy Sonic the Hedgehog number 50, there's a new character inside. That's your hot tip. Diamond's an asshole.
It's stupid. So that you don't get any support from you.
By the way, for a company that should be like ahead and knowing what to do, when DC went to like Lunar, I never not see a cover.
What do you mean?
The cover art. I see them all.
Oh yeah.
No matter how far ahead I order. Diamonds, I can barely see cover B.
Yeah, because what they do is that they hold out on it until FOC. Like some publishers hold out on it until FOC day, because for some reason,
I
here's the thing.
Even the FOC weekly, I don't see the cover.
Yeah, I know we're talking about like how publishers don't support freaking comic book stores, but this is one thing. I'm just gonna segue a little bit of how some retailers, not publishers, some publishers actually piss me off on how they're holding out on covers until FOC date. I don't understand why you're holding out until FOC date. FOC date means final order cutoff for some people who don't know. So essentially, final order cutoff means that this is your last day that you can order the X amount of books that you want for this title. So let's just say, Spider-Man 299. Your last day would be Monday. After Monday, you can't order anymore. If you do order some, if you do order some after Monday, you won't get it till 2 weeks later. Okay, if there are some in stock, you won't get it on the release day. Some publishers actually wait until FOC day for some reason to reveal a cover so that they can increase their sale. Why not just increase your sale like 2 months prior?
Oh, by the
and
way,
then
I've never seen them actually do that. It's
No.
always after the first FOC, and then you only see it in the FOC weekly.
I don't understand that. Like, what is the obsession?
What's the obsession? Also, I've seen the covers. They don't ruin anything.
Yeah, I don't understand what the obsession
They
with
don't
FOC
spoil any stories. They don't give out any plot hints.
No.
It's more like you needed more time for the artist to finish the work.
Like let me put it this way. Let's just say there's a new character that's being introduced in Spider-Man 2099 or Amazing Spider-Man, right? Let's just go over the main line with Amazing Spider-Man. And what they do is that they go, oh, they're holding out on the cover because it's called a spoiler cover because the actual character would be on that cover.
But they released the character earlier than that.
Yeah,
so
no.
They know what it looks like.
No, for example, like say Hulk #6, they didn't release the actual image of Titan for the cover.
You got the book
until FOC dates, until the FOC dates. So what they did was like they're gonna say, oh yeah, it's gonna introduce a new character, and then they would mark the cover as a spoiler cover. So now they're playing on this anticipation, but like, oh my god, it's gonna have the cover in there, let's pre-order it. And then on FOC date, they'll reveal it so they get more orders. Why not do this? Why not reveal the cover 2 months ahead of time?
Hype people up and then get as much money as you can.
Hype as much people as you can. And then when you get to FOC date, you tell them, listen, this is your last day to get this cover of this character in this cover. You get more fucking people. Like, I don't understand
more people,
that.
more money. Then I don't get it, dude.
Some people
they feel. Do you think they feel that they're more important than they actually are?
No, they just, for some reason, they're very old school in their marketing and their promotional strategies. That it's like this is the way that it was always been, so we'll just do it this way. Listen, the only people that's allowed to use that excuse that it's always been like this and this is how it's going to be are fucking medical people. Like anyone from the doctors are the only ones who can say that, because that's how fucking medicine works. There's a process. It's always been like this, so we're gonna do it this way until
somebody proves without a diet.
Until somebody says this is a better way, and this is the research that we did for the last 25 years. Yeah, in the last 25 years, this is the way it goes, right? It's like if you were, it's essentially anatomy. Anatomy is the exact same thing. The human body doesn't fucking change unless like an evolution that happened since like fucking 5,000 years ago. We grew like a second fucking pinky or something, but we haven't. There's no fucking change. It's always been like this. This is how you treat the fucking human body, and this is always going to be like that. There's just a change in medications and all that shit. But
big toe on your leg would be cool.
But I digress. That's just the way that old school retailer business and just fucking thinks, the publication thinks. It's like, oh, FOC day, we gotta hype him up. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Also, it never really improves because it's been 40 years and they almost don't let new ideas flourish.
Yeah. So now everybody's stuck in this ways of just not helping out. Like the same thing with like publication, what we're talking about now. Publications don't help retailers at all. The only time that they ever help publications is if there is a massive printing of a book, and they need to fucking sell the shit out of that because
the
so
Metal series, the
there's
Dark
only
Knight
been
Metal series.
there's only been 3 cases that ever happened for DC. For DC, there's only been 3 cases. Dark Knight's Metal. Okay, that's
Metal.
one. The first one, right? Dark Knight's Metal, right? Action Comics 1000 and Detective Comics 1000. Those are the only 3 cases that they printed more than they actually should have, right? And they have advertising, they did fucking media on that shit. Like they went ham on that, right? Oh no, that's like Death Metal. They did the same thing. Yeah, you're right.
No,
You're right. You're right.
they
You're right.
even did more marketing for Death
Yeah, you're
Metal.
right. You're right because
they had
Marilyn.
that really awful guitar Batman solo.
Yeah, they have
made a
Marilyn.
great toy, but like commercially, like that's so.
They had Marilyn Manson do the fucking music and that. I remember that. So
if I was
so
Marilyn Manson, I would have just said no.
So 4 cases that ever fucking happened. When Marvel, the only time that I think that they spent so much money on marketing was A versus X. That's it. They had like a fucking hologram. They're like, oh, this is the future. This is the AR future of comic book covers. I don't know if you remember that, Lewis.
Right, so you're pretty much saying they're gonna do it again?
No. Well, like when they took the phone, when you can take your phone, put it on the cover. I don't know if you remember it on A versus X. You like just open up your camera and then you point it on the cover and it becomes animated. And they're like, this is the future of comic book covers.
I don't think my phone was able to do that.
And no, they did that one time, never done it again. But they spent so much money on it.
It was an interesting gimmick, but like I bet it like cost them like a turd amount of money.
It fucking fizzled. It's just fizzled out and never done it again. Like you've never seen that again, ever. You never seen it again. So that's just like those are the only instances that publications has ever helped retailers.
And even then, it's not like they let you know. It's more like you have to kind of find it.
Yeah. So now, if you guys are wondering what all the of the trailers that I play and whatnot, I make those trailers. Sometimes I do have a friend of mine. His name's Delgado Geek Vice. Shout out to Geek Vice there. He's the first person. Delgado was the first person that I ever spoke with concerning how you should have this moving animation on exclusive variant covers to promote it, because you're not getting any help from publications, so you might as well just do it yourself. So we were the first one to do moving animations for it, and the first one we did was the X Factor #1 with Cyclops and like and whatnot in there. But anyways, Delgado was like the first one I spoke with about it. Funny thing is that after we did that, people started doing that now too as well. But I digress and whatnot. They started doing trailers.
I found it really funny. You should have just stopped. Delgado was the first person I ever talked to.
But
never continue, and then just keep going.
And then we talked about like something. So it's the funny thing. I'm just segueing a little bit. So what ended up happening was me and Delgado started doing that, and we were starting seeing sales and whatnot, and we started seeing people getting interactive with it. People started following our Instagram account solely because of that. Retailers started following us, and then those exact same retailers are starting to do the exact same thing as that we did too as well. So I told Delgado, I'm like, dude, people are copying what we're doing now because we're doing something different. We need to change this up. So what we did that was different, and I wish he had more time because he's very busy, was a live action trailer. And we did it for Berserker. Remember that? We did it for Berserker. And it was great, but Boom Studios like, oh, there's like copyright and all that, it's a licensing deal and all that. And we got flagged for it a little bit. So we never attached it to the cover. We just said, oh yeah, we did the live action trailer and whatnot. But that was actually for the book itself. But what ended up happening was we were the first one to do that, and no one has ever done it after that. And
I mean,
but we didn't do it again.
just,
We didn't.
think about if it
we-
was successful, more people would have done it. But like,
no, because they don't have. Yeah, because they don't have the time and whatnot. So I mean, like they got
the time, the effort around it,
Mhm.
and then just to be told no, you can't do that. Then you're like, okay.
Well, the good thing is that we had plans for Noctura and a couple more other stuff in there. It's just that it just comes down to time now. Like Delgado doesn't have that much time because he's very busy too doing other stuff. So, but the long story short is that we had to come up with ways in order to advertise our book because publications are not going to help us. They never will,
And they'll market you during Free Comic Book Day, but there is a minimum you have to buy those books for.
They don't even market you. They're just like,
they kind of put you on a list.
Yeah. They're like, are you around this area? Go here. Like,
Yeah,
what? Google could have done that for me, man.
I mean, yes, but you wouldn't be coming up as, hey, we got free shit. Come by, pick up free shit, leave. Listen, the only reason I do Free Comic Book Day is to be put on that list. That people that don't realize there's a comic book store nearby them to realize there's a comic book store.
Free comic book day. I don't know if you remember. I know you remember, Louis. You hated Free Comic Book Day in our store.
Dude,
free comic book.
It's fucking ass.
Free Comic Book Day. Okay, this is the reason why Louis hated Free Comic Book Day in our store when we had a brick and mortar. The reason why is because leading up to Free Comic Book Day, like a month or two prior to that, I fucking advertised that shit out of that thing. A Free Comic Book Day. So what ended up happening is, till this day in Miami, we still hold the record for the amount of attendance on Free Comic Book Day in comic book store. It was like 480 people throughout the whole day, and we would have lineups like insane
people that we had no idea who they were and we never saw after that.
It's
they
like
just
insane.
Came, got free shit.
Like I honestly
think some people just started to do the line,
but here's
without
the thing,
knowing what the fuck was going on.
But the thing is, out of all those people in the lineup, probably a good 15-20% of them would come back, and that's it. And then out of that 15-20%, about a good 10-5% becomes a regular customer, right? So I mean, is it worth it? Yeah, I mean, like, it's worth it. I mean, like, it's free advertising. That's what it is. Free Comic Book Day is advertising, and the way we did Free Comic Book Day, just to sidetrack a little bit more.
Oh, by the way, I got to miss it.
What?
I had a friend's wedding.
Oh, okay. So this is why this. Okay, so I'll tell you guys another reason why Louis hated it. Because we would just have lineups. Like, this is not exaggerating. Okay, we're not exaggerating this. Once we find pictures of this, I'll probably show it to you guys next week. We would have lineup from our door all the way down the line of like the plaza that we're in, and possibly around the corner, a little bit around the corner. And the great thing is this: the retailers that was there, the other stores that's there along with us, they don't mind. They're like, they took advantage of it. The barbershop next to us, they're like, yo, you guys are waiting in line, want to just come in here, sit on our couch, and then they would get a haircut and whatnot, and then come back out and they're still in line. So they would love it, right? Because we would have we had Ryan Otley come in, we had Scotty Young come in, we had John Boy Myers come in.
To be honest, I'm more impressed that they didn't bother to take more advantage.
Yeah. And then we had
talked to us, we would have definitely worked super hard with the sushi guys next door.
Yeah, and then we had the Star Wars. What are they called, Louis? The Star Wars
cosplayers.
Yeah, I forgot what they're called.
The stormtroopers.
Yeah, the stormtroopers.
501st.
Yeah, the 501st. Yeah, we had the 501st come in like almost every year. We had the Cobra Commanders coming in too as well. So
I miss those guys. They always brought cookies. Oh wait, no, I saw them recently.
Yeah, and then on top. Yeah, and then on top of that, like the blood people, the vampires, the blood bank people, they love coming through.
Oh yeah,
they love coming through our.
They can't come by at nowhere, mostly because we don't have room.
Yeah, so essentially, every
Too
free
big.
comic book day that we have, or every event that we have, we always invite the blood bank people so that people coming over, they can also give blood. So we do something for the community too as well. So we do a lot of things, and by the end of it all, we would start at like 9 a.m. and then we would end at 4, but we don't really get out until like 8 p.m. So Lewis hated it because there's so much people just fucking everywhere, and he's doing a little bit of everything.
I
And
mean,
then
I was running around everywhere, making sure that
yeah,
no one was
yeah,
eating shit the entire time,
or stealing or whatnot.
or
And
stealing,
yeah,
or just in general shit that you should be doing when a mass exodus of people come. There's
yeah.
always that 2 or 3 people that always take advantage.
It's like a massive fucking people. Like, and I'll show you guys pictures of how big our free comic book day is. So, we still hold that. We still hold that record because now
By the
that we're
way,
gone,
if you do want your comic book stores to hold you comics, become a subscriber.
because
Otherwise, you're the free for all.
because now that we're gone in there, I mean, how was your free comic book day? Was it as
I
massive?
don't know.
As
I was in
ours?
a wedding. I don't have to deal with that shit. I didn't have to deal
No.
with that shit this year.
But from what they told you, no, it was like,
I don't even know. Apparently, it was a lot
no,
compared to like last year, which we barely got nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, thank you, God. There is a merciful in heaven. You mean the 1 year I missed? There was a lot of people.
That's too fucking funny.
Oh,
but yeah, I mean, like,
win.
yeah. Again, long story short is that we have to depend on ourselves to actually advertise and promote. And yeah, man, like publications never really help retailers whatsoever. So don't get fooled by like, publications helping retailers and doing this stuff.
It's in the same thing of like every other big company. Do you think they care about smaller stores? No. The moment that you don't make a minimum amount of money for them, or you're no longer like a 2% like sales for them, or some like percentage, believe it or not, 2% is actually huge.
Yeah.
When you're talking about large numbers, they end up not giving a fuck about you, even if you were the ones that like helped them grow in the first place.
Yeah, no, they don't give a fuck about you.
They don't give a fuck after they get when you get a certain size. People stop. Maybe one day we won't give a fuck. That'd be nice. I mean, in the progress of aging and consistency, like, who knows?
I mean, like, you would think that for retailers that does exclusive variant covers like myself, you would think that the company would put a little bit of an effort after paying you guys like fucking what, $5,000, $15,000 for
That's
like
nothing to them. That's like any other store.
Yeah, they're just like,
oh well, no. Yeah, you did one big purchase, but we don't see the consistency that we would like from you.
Yeah, like
if you did $5,000 every other week.
Yeah, so there was like
maybe we'll throw in a free cookie.
There was like one customer who sent us a message a couple of days ago, asked us, they're like, how come you guys don't do that much Boom exclusive variant covers anymore? Well, this is why. One is that Boom was one of the prominent publications back in like 2020, and a little bit of
growing,
and a little bit 2021, because they had Berserker and they were like coming at like everybody one after another, and they became really big, right? They were the big tits, right? They were the big tits company, and everybody wants a piece of Boom Studio, right? But after that, their titles just kind of went downhill a little bit. Like, we were just talking about Grimm. Grimm was like, it's okay, right? But they're back to their old ways, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Power Rangers, this and that, Magic the Gathering, and that's about it, right?
On Sonic number 50.
Yeah. Y'all. Which by the way, just I heard somewhere in the rumorville that they may be in contention to grab Conan. So maybe in North America, because Marvel has their rights for Conan has now expired. Yeah, so they don't own Conan
Really?
anymore. Yeah, there's no more Conan.
They're bringing out Savage Avengers, and Conan
No.
is a prominent figure.
No, they're gonna be canceling. They're gonna be canceling that, or they're gonna remove Conan out of there. So there's no more Conan. So whatever is on the pipeline right now for Conan, when you see some Conan
And the
stuff,
Predator money must have cost them big.
so whatever Conan that you're gonna be seeing from now until the near future, like say
Is
6 months,
temporary.
no, 6 months from now, that is it. That's it. And there's no more Conan any other time. That Boom Studio may be in contention to grab Conan. Maybe.
Yeah, that's too bad. I would have really liked to see Dark Horse again.
And then there may be well, Dark Horse is probably going to try to grab it again, but Conan might be in the Boom Studios line, and they are, from what I hear, that they're going to probably hire somebody pretty big and prominent to write it. So watch out for that one. But it's just a rumor right now. But yeah, so I mean, like, I see them probably getting Conan. Maybe, I don't know. That's just me. That's just off topic a little bit. I think I see them getting Conan.
It's probably gonna be a bidding war between them and Dark Horse.
Isn't it? I don't know if even like Dark Horse should actually grab them, but
man, I see it. That's the
just
problem. I think Dark Horse would like that IP back, because they're not really making any other title that I would be like, oh, that'd be cool, that's exciting. They already lost Star Wars. If they at least had the ability to write their Cantina comics again, that'd be cool.
So that's one of the reasons why, like, you know, we don't do that much stuff with Boom Studios anymore. And then on top of that, another thing that they don't support too much retailers, and this is what happened with Boom Studios too as well. They follow where the money was. Okay, so essentially what ended up happening was they were getting a lot of influx of exclusive variant covers that people are requesting, right? Because they're the big tits. Everybody wants fucking a piece of Boom Studio, any probably Boom Studio properties, but there's too much. So what ended up happening is that they capped retailers. They said that we will send you, I still have that email. It says we will send you an invitation to do an exclusive variant covers. It's gonna be limited to certain retailers or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. To certain retailers will be available for exclusive variant covers, and even then, you are not allowed to have your own artists that you pick. It has to be one of the artists that we have online. Only other retailers are allowed to have their own artists. Here is the translation to that little paraphrasing, and I said, if you got the money and you've been spending lots of money on us, you can have your own variant cover. Not only that, if you spend more money, you can have your own artists. Essentially, that's what it means. So it goes 3 tiers. If you spend money on us for quite some time already, we will send you an invitation, and then you can have your own exclusive variant cover. But you cannot have, and then the second tier is that you cannot have your artists of your choosing. You have to pick our artists and our design and our way. The third tier is that, oh, you spend so much money, you can have your own artist. So essentially what that means is that the minimum variant covers that Boom Studio and Independence is always 500 copies, right? That's the minimum, 500 copies of like one type of variant, exclusive variant covers, either dress or virgin variant covers, 500 copies. But there are some retailers that are expending thousands of copies. Like I would get 1,000 copies of this and 3,000 copies, 1,000 copies of this and 1,000 copies of that. Those ones, they're gonna be like, okay, yeah, you know, you're invited to get your own exclusive variant cover. Oh, you spend 3,000 copies? Guess what? You can have your own artist now too as well. Just to let everybody know, 500 copies will cost a retailer about $2,000. 3,000 copies you're looking at about almost $8,000 to about $9,000. So if you spend the money on Boom Studio, they will invite you and do an exclusive variant cover. Other than that, no. They say no, you're not allowed to, because they're the big tits now, so they can make up any rule that they want, right? So
well, they can renegotiate the contract terms.
they can do whatever they want now. So currently, right now, that's the structure that they have. Other companies, they're like, we don't care who you are. You give us money, sure, why not? So that's what ended up happening. So as of right now, we do a lot of we did do some Boom Studios. Andres is part of the list right now that actually does exclusive variant covers. By the way, watch out for that. He has an exclusive variant cover coming out for Something's Killing the Children number 24. That's coming out with a new character on it. And then we do a lot more with Image Comics. IDW, I want to do some with IDW, but IDW they I don't know if their emails,
they just don't respond to anything.
I don't know, their emails or phone, do they work? I don't know, man.
It could be possible it's just one person.
It could be. Yeah, it could be.
And I mean, like, they're, it's not like they're nobody, but like I'm pretty sure they still work off a small team.
But IDW is just more like, we have Turtles and we have Transformers, so you will come no matter what. It's like over the age. It's like if you're over the age of 35. By the way,
and because of the success of all the Sonic movies, now we have Sonic.
Yeah, so essentially IDW is like, if you're over the age of 35, you're gonna buy our shit.
You belong to us.
Yeah, because look, Transformers and Turtles, come on. Oh, not just really... Turtles, but look, Kevin Eastman.
But you have to admit, they do have like household names that's practically keeping them alive. But from the 2 hearts that they had, now they have a 3rd heart, because they're like, the recognition for Sonic the Hedgehog has escalated like crazy.
Yeah. Dark Horse, on the other hand, they're like, we have Hellboy. We're like, sure,
buddy,
sure,
like,
buddy. Sure, we get it. It's like, we got you. Yeah,
maybe you'll write a Hellboy story that's longer than 4 issues.
And then they're like, but we have Bendis. They're like, yeah, but nothing original from Bendis. Like, he just took all his property, put it in Dark Horse, and they're like, now you can get all these in Dark Horse. It's like, yeah, but like,
what have you done now?
It's like, he has Scarlet in there now, and then he has all the other properties that he had. But like, how many versions of Scarlet has there been since Marvel? So there's like a version of a Scarlet there, and then there's a version in DC Comics. Now there's another version of a Scarlet now. It's like, I mean, it's time to move on to something else, Bendy.
Wow, like, now that's just fucking insulting.
It's like, come on, Bendy, come on. And then if there is something like to advertise, like, Bendis is really good. Like, I really like Bendis' writing, but like, he really milks that whole Miles Morales shit, man. Like, he really milks it, man. There's like, oh, you know what?
It's brought him great success. You gotta give him that.
It's like,
regardless, even if he does or doesn't, it's brought him great success.
He's like Neil Adams. I mean, like, rest in peace and God rest his soul. But Neil Adams does the same thing. He's like, I made Batman darker. He's like, I'm Neil Adams, right? Now Bendis do the same thing. He's like, I'm Bendis. It's like, who are you? Miles Morales. It's like, oh, okay.
No, don't say it that way. Just say, like, I made
Miles Morales. Just saying. It's like, okay.
So you made cool, your child? What? Are you Morales? You don't look Spanish to me.
It's like, I get it. One of the most prominent characters out there in the last, like, what, 2 decades? Miles Morales? I get it. But, like, fuck, man. Like, stop milking it. It's like Rob Liefeld does the same thing, too. Deadpool. I was like, dude, you've created so much other characters and have done so much other prominent characters. And he's just like, yeah, but Deadpool. It's like I get
I
it.
mean, Deadpool has had its ups and downs, so I really don't feel like you can consider Deadpool as a win.
Like I like what's his name? The guy who created yeah, we had him in our store. He created Red Hood. Fuck. Jason Todd. Fuck.
Listen, man, all you have to do is cut this bit out, and no one will know you forgot.
Oh man, I forgot his name. We had
Do
him
you
in
want
our
me? Do you
store.
want me to look it up?
Brett
Because I
Booth.
don't remember.
Brett Booth does a lot of collaboration with him. I should know this actually.
I mean,
He was
you're an actual very avid reader of, or like lover of Red Hood.
Scott Lobdell. That's it. Scott
No,
Lobdell.
no.
Yeah.
I'm now like making sure
Yeah.
that
So Scott
creative-
Lobdell. Right.
No.
Scott
you're
Lobdell
wrong.
is Scott Lobdell.
Red Hood.
Yeah. Scott Lobdell.
So, created by Bill Finger, Lou Sorry Schwartz, and Win.
No. Jason Todd Red Hood. Red Hood.
Jason Todd. Yeah,
Jason
no,
Todd
Jason
Red
Todd
Hood.
is Red Hood.
No. There's a Red Hood that was created by Bill Finger because that was the Joker's thing. No, Red Hood as in Jason Todd Red Hood.
Jason Todd.
No, there's two different. Jason Todd was not created by fucking Bill Finger.
Jason,
Jesus.
detective as
So
Jason
anyways.
Todd.
So Rob Lobdell, he's a little bit more different. See, Rob Lobdell doesn't just like hammer down that I created Red Hood kind of thing. Like this is Red Hood was my bread and butter kind of thing. He never does that. But I'm just saying like there's a lot of creators that just. Anyways, I digress. But what do you guys think? I mean, like, have you tried asking your retailers and see if like, if publications ever cared about them? Actually, what you guys should do is this. You should go up to your retailers and ask them, what can I do to help you advertise your store? That's what you should be doing, in my opinion. Don't you think so? I mean, like every single person that walks into your store, right? Right now, Lewis, every person that walks into your store has social media at some point. They have at least
You're going down
No.
the blizzards. Doesn't everybody have a phone?
Yeah, like they have at least 100 people that follows them. If you can just let people know where you got your books, that is a big help on like big brick and mortar stores, because brick and mortar stores are not going to get any help from publications to advertise for them. So you as a customer might as well try to help them out, as much as you can. Even if you have 20 followers, doesn't matter. Advertise where you got your book. That's it. Just advertise where you got your book. Free Comic Book Day, the exact same way. Because that's what we try to do when we had a brick and mortar. We ask people, post about this, post this, use this hashtag and whatnot. We got our hashtag stolen and whatnot. Not gonna get to that. We're not gonna get into that rabbit hole.
So fucking petty.
I know. I'm not gonna
So petty.
I'm not gonna go down to that rabbit hole.
So petty about that. Just let it go.
I'm still fucking pissed about that because like I made a fucking hashtag and it was so successful and they're like, oh man.
Do you also want to take credit for I made my child?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell that to your wife.
I'm the only one who made this. This is mine.
I'm gonna text her right now.
But yeah, just try to help them out and just advertise for them. That's it for this week for We Got Issues and whatnot. Obi-Wan, just to let everybody know, Obi-Wan coming out in 2 weeks. Spoilers ahead will come back, as you guys probably know. I haven't done any spoilers ahead after episode 1 of Moon Knight, because after episode 1 of Moon Knight, I had a baby. So
too bad.
So you guys got lucky, but this time Obi-Wan is a big spoiler and I'm not missing that out. I'm gonna be like telling the baby, listen baby, here's some milk. I'm gonna spoil this shit for people, all right? So spoilers for Obi-Wan coming out pretty soon too as well. So Lewis, do you have anything to let people know, advertise, whatever?
You said Scott Lobdell, right?
Scott Lobdell.
Okay, so Scott Lobdell has only made not Red Hood.
Okay, but he's a prominent writer for Red Hood.
I can agree with that.
Okay, so there you go. So just that's Lewis's last words, just correcting me in my on my thing there.
I mean,
If you guys
you're gonna cut it out. This never even happened.
So if you guys have any questions, let us know. But until then, we'll see you guys next week.